one small step for the watch world at large. In fact, it's so small it's pretty much, well, insignificant. But one giant step for TMP Watch Nation. It is time to review Citizen's classic pilot watches. Over. Dudes, it took me 1 hour in the studio tonight to get that intro correct. An hour of mic mixing and all that stuff. I'm totally kidding. It did not. I'm talking into a cardboard box. That's your intro. But I will make it a little more special with a P-51 flyby. Here we go. Disregard the hand transfer. Not replicating the Rolls-Royce Merlin motor too well. I'm trying. Hand transfer. Upside down. Disregard the stand. I had to glue it in because it kept falling off. And in for landing. Crowd pleaser. The P-51. The Rolls-Royce Merlin motor. Woo! What a performer. Wish I had a P-51. They are excellent. I wouldn't want to pay for its maintenance costs, so no way. Nightmare. All those planes are super expensive to maintain. You have to be pretty much a millionaire. Yeah, so P-51 does a flyby to introduce some pretty excellent classic styled pilot watches by Citizen. I have 4 to show you. Yes, and I still love pilot stuff. I still love planes. I am a retired lieutenant colonel, 21 years of service.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Glad I did it. I would do it all over again. Glad to be done. Still love planes, though. Mrs. Nut and Fancy and I just went to Castle Air Museum, by the way. I'll show you a little bit right here. Looked at B-17s, B-24s, C-97s, the awesome KC-135, B-52s, B-1B Lancers, Husky HH-43 firefighting helicopter, and some other cool stuff. That will, however, be posted only on Patreon. So join Patreon. Currently, I have 0.02% supporting me on Patreon. I'm talking about of subscribers. 0.02%. So that's not great. We could improve that. Thank you. Join up for $5 a month. That's what I ask. Totally worth it. I post a lot of exclusive content on Patreon, and now I'm beginning giveaways. These watches, for instance, I will give at least 2 of these watches to TMP Patreon members. Ones that donate and have kept up a $5 per month pledge, I will check just by hovering over their names. It shows me. It's just, $5 shows what you've paid and what you've pledged. $5 for 1 month. Don't cut it. It's month after month. You'll get a $100 watch, $200 watch. Might get a gun. Guns are hard to transfer, though. I mean, they really are. They're difficult. It's a lot of legalities involved. It's much easier for me to either send you money or a watch, or maybe a knife. Yeah, so giveaways to thank my Patreon members. Your whole cost could be given back to you by a giveaway. I'll sign the watches. It may or may not have wear on it from wearing and testing, but I'm pushing them out the door. I have been selling a lot of watches, but I think I'm going to give probably a fair amount away here in the coming months. Not too many guys watch the watch reviews. About, I don't know, 2%? Ugh, that's awful. The elite do. But I keep making them. We're running our course, and I have some really cool watches to show you. These are some of them. The Citizen Classic pilot watches. They're really kind of a blend between 3 of them are a blend between a pilot watch and a field watch. It's really a cool aesthetic. And we will see in the colorations of 3 of the watches, not this one, but 3 of the watches, they really look like different watches. You would not know they're all AW series of Citizen Eco Drive, that is solar powered watches. Love that solar power. It is awesome. So there's no automatic winding mechanism to worry about. There's no battery changing, usually, if you maintain it. They'll maintain their charge for a very long time. Always expose it to sunlight, says me. It charges quicker that way. It seems like the charge lasts longer that way. Eco Drive rules. Seiko has the same thing. The solar powered movements are totally excellent. Awesome. So let's get to the introductions. First, this one, and I really was going to review this on its own, but I figured as I press through the watch content, I'm combining more to get through it and either sell the watch or give it away. Press on, and again, the watch experiment, we'll see how I end up evaluating it as time goes on. I don't know. It's hard to say. This one here, though, I'm wiping the face off because it is, well, that isn't the face. It's actually a crystal protector that's worn because I have worn this. This is the CA4210 24E. I only paid 115 bucks for that. What a deal, dude. What a deal. I can't believe you get such a cool watch. A Citizen for 115 bucks, give or take. Watches are commodities. Prices go up, prices go down. So maybe when you check this video out, my Amazon link, the price is like 200 bucks if they have it. Use my link, dude. Support the show. The AW1368 11X variation. I only paid 88 bucks for that. Amazing. Here's those other colors I talked about, and they do look like different watches. Look at this. I mean, it looks like a different watch. It just has such a different presentation. The hands are colored differently. The chapter rings are different. And this is, I didn't have this one written down, the AW5005 12X. And I wanted to show you the case back. We might as well look at it here. Standard Citizen. So we have some laser engraving. Some wear and tear from use and testing. I've worn this on some tactical shoots. That's where that wear came from. Screw-in case back. I like that. They all have that. All 100-meter water resistant. And the last variation, look how different this one is. It's the AW1361 10H. There's the size. Perfect. 45, 13, 51. 51 millimeter is the lug to lug right here, dudes. Freaking excellent. Look at how different these watches look. Right? This one looks like it's bigger. That's the color playing tricks on you. It always does that. So if you have a light-faced watch, it looks and wears bigger. I'm talking wear in visually wearing. It just looks like it's a bigger watch. But they are identical. They are. As far as the hands, the movements, the chapter rings, but it's all the markings. That's the only difference in all 3 of these watches. This one's a completely different animal. That's a chronograph. Type B Flieger dial, kind of Flieger hands. By the way, that one's my favorite. There, I said it. Look at these, though. How cool they look. I mean, the colorations are superb. Very field watchy. See what I mean? That they're kind of a combination between a field watch and a pilot watch, these Citizens. The leather strap, we'll start with the straps. On this one is just excellent. I'm a big fan of leather pilot straps. I really am. I just love it. So this is a good one. White contrasting stitching. This is real leather, double bonded. Seamed well. Genuine Citizen. Oh, but it's made in China. Oh, 22 millimeter lug, so you can swap it out easily if you want. Leather clasp, standard single clasp logo right there. Really comfortable too. All these straps that I'm showing you here wear very well. Tested. And these are Cordura straps. A lot of people call them canvas. They're not. They're Cordura, leather lined, 10 eyelets for reinforcement, and they size very well, very comfortable. Again, proven in hot tactical shooting environments. Single stainless steel clasp. We have 2 Cordura keepers on that one. 22 millimeter band. So it's a very common size to swap them out. Different variation here. So you see the different colors. So this is a 1361. This is a 1368. This one has more, and the camera is capturing this. This one has more of a gray tone to it. This has more of a tan tone to it. I think the camera's getting that. Same type of construction. Blackened case on this one and this one. Another thing, when we talk about visual presentation of a watch, I haven't discussed this in any WRVs, and I only found this out by wearing, but you would think I would have figured it out earlier, and no one ever talks about this, but a stainless steel, whether it's polished, brushed, bead blasted, case will look bigger than a black colored case. This looks like a smaller watch because it's blackened, PVD coated, I believe, in this case. Stainless steel looks bigger because it's brighter. So if you have a white face with a stainless steel case, it presents very large. It looks like a big watch. Now, will this fit on your wrist? And I'll put this one on here. I have 7.5-inch wrists. Again, I've always thought my wrists were somewhat small, but I come to find out when I start really digging into watch reviews, it's average. And that's how it looks on my 7.5-inch wrist. Ooh, that's a good looking watch, dude. Good looking watch. I really like the blackened bezel, blackened case on this one, and on a 1361. It's cool. So it is a larger size watch. I'm kind of hesitant to say that because I don't think 45 millimeters is that large of a watch. I think it's just right. It hits a sweet spot for a lot of guys. Count me out on anything that's 40 millimeters, 38 millimeters. Absolutely, I'm done with those. They're just not my cup of tea. I don't like them, especially when we talk about a Flieger watch or pilot style watch. Bigger, more legible, bigger hands, bigger Arabic numerals as this version has right here. See the military time there. Just date in the date window, and on this one it's just a single window. You can see the registration of the seconds hand and the red outline hand and white hand here with a triangle at the 12 o'clock position. Inverted on this one with a phosphorescent pip right there. Also at the 3, 6, and 9 positions, I think. Don't expect amazing lume on these, if memory serves. Look at this dial right here. Look how different. I mean, this is a type B dial, so it has a 5, 10, 20, 25 representation on the outer ring. Military time on the inner ring. And notice the date dial is a wheel, so it shows 3 days. Kind of a style preference. Which one do you like best? I like the red hand on this version. It's kind of cool. I don't mind this one either because against the face, it's highly legible. Big fan of sword hands. I love them. My favorite hands on any watch are IWC Big Pilot hands. Those are my favorite. I wish most of my watches had those. They are my favorite hand set ever. One thing that slightly annoys me about these AW series watches, I don't like how the hand narrows down to this little narrow span right there. I don't like that. It's just a little thing, but it just annoys me. Doesn't change anything. It'll still work fine. Just saying preferences. Seconds hand on this one's colored differently. They're all different. They're all their own different creatures. So if you order, just study the pictures and figure out which one suits your preference best. So these are the same watch. This is a polished stainless steel case, 316L, Type B dial, same date wheels, same Type B dial, Eco Drive, and the solar panel is right there on the face, as you can imagine. Hidden pretty well, wouldn't you say? I mean, nothing leaps out and says, oh, that's a solar panel. They are blended well with the typeface. And we also have a triangle marker at the 12 o'clock position. Very Flieger-like. Which one do I prefer between these two? I really like the strap on this, but straps are really easy to swap out. I think I like this face because it looks a little bit bigger because it has a lighter color. That's why. I like that. Yep. 100 meter water resistance. They wear flat too. Again, these are only 15 millimeters. They wear like they're smaller. Make sure I'm getting that right. I think I measured it was just 15. I don't mind a chunky watch, dudes. I don't. Oh, I totally got it wrong. 12. Yeah, I did get it wrong. So 12 millimeters. Yeah, 44 across. I said 45. And I'm looking at my note page. Yeah, I just rounded up 51. So I only got the width wrong. It's actually 12 to 13 millimeters in thickness. Yeah, it doesn't look quite like 15. I should have looked at that visually. Wears thin though. They do. Man, that's a good looking array of watches right there, dudes. Now I did say this is my favorite of the collection. And why is that? Because I'm a fan of a very clean watch face. Generally, I don't like a lot of busyness. I don't. And I'm not a super fan of chronographs. But I like this one the best. Why is that? Probably the hands. They are Flieger hands. They are stark. They look great against a black background. They are super legible. I'm a fan of those. I just like it. Is it because it reminds me of an IWC? Perhaps. But oddly, these are the same case sizes. So we're looking at what? 45 by 13. What was the length again? 51. Again, these aren't precise. They're just ballparking it. Same case sizes though. And yet I like this one better. I think if these had minutes hands that were completely white or completely orange instead of outlined like that, I would like them better. I would. What do you think? I mean, do you like this handset better or that handset? From what I've seen in the watch world, for guys who like Flieger style of watches, these are more popular. They like traditional stark hands, not ones that are painted and outlined in colors. I would really like to get these hands painted. If I were to keep these watches, I'd really like to get the hands painted. Either completely orange, like this orange on this hour's hand would be perfect. Luminescent orange. Dude, it would make this watch pop so much better. Right now, the minutes hand seems really skinny. It's really not that skinny though. It just looks that way because of the visual presentation of the black outline. But that's why I like this one better. That and because of the strap. The strap that comes with this one is so Flieger-like. It's just that older, brown, white contrasted stitching. CA4210 was it? Yep. Oh man, it's just a good looking strap. Again, straps are easy to change out. I have found that a really high quality leather strap that I've got off Amazon, I get them for around 15 bucks. Really good quality, about 40 bucks a piece. Like a Strapco strap, pilot strap, you're looking at 40 bucks. But this one's included for a watch that at the time was 115 bucks. Standard chronograph, so this will start it. We have military time represented here in the 3 o'clock dial. We have elapsed regular seconds here in the 6 o'clock dial. Let me move it closer. Elapsed minutes in the 9 o'clock dial. Type B presentation, so 5-minute increments on the outside. Very clear markings. Stopped, and then we reset, and it has a flyback function with the pushers, which are excellent. I think this one also is waterproof to 100 meters. And then we check out the AW5005 again, and its strap. Leather line Cordura. Superb. You won't have to swap it out anytime soon, unless you want to. If you want to just play the swap game, I get it. It is fun. But all the straps that come on these Citizen pilot watches, totally excellent. And now for a few competitive options before I wrap it up. How about the Sterling Original Sport Aviator? 2.4 ounces, 44 by 10 by 50 millimeters. This is what it looks like, and it also has a very excellent strap on it. Albeit it doesn't have that distressed look to it. Kind of like this one. I prefer this one. Kind of a painted look to it. I might swap this one out, but it's a great watch. The only thing I can really say is that it has kind of black painted hands towards the center. I don't super dig that so much. I don't. That's just me though. Wears flat though. Super affordable. Link below. Haven't officially reviewed it yet, but it's been in a lot of videos. It's a cast member because it's so affordable and so cool. Sterling Original makes some great watches. If you're willing to spend some more and get something a little bit more special, you might look at, I got to get these right. This is the Junkers Iron Annie. Speaking of a classic Flieger watch. Made in Germany, corrugated face, just like the Junkers JU52. Review coming up on this watch. These are more expensive. I think they're around 200 bucks a piece. Look at the case back, how cool that is. Oh, that's awesome. Black stitch leather strap. Totally different class. This is more upscale right here. I'm not going to lie. It is quartz movement, not solar powered. Really good looking watch. But let's look at the size difference. So I think these Casios are bigger. Yep, and I like them more. I like the size of this more than I do this. This is more of a smaller watch. But so if you have more narrow wrists, the Junkers product might be right up your alley. I think this is like a 42 millimeter case. And here's another Junkers watch. This is the Tante Ju GMT. 180 bucks, 2.2 ounces, 100 meter water resistance, also quartz. I'm going to sell this one. Just bought it for review. Too small. If it was like a 45 millimeter, dude, I'd be there. Totally would. Let me put this on my wrist to show you what I'm talking about. I mean, it wears fine on me. It doesn't look like it's tiny. What are you talking about? No, that looks great. Yeah, it does. It looks good. It just doesn't excite me as much as a larger watch does. And I don't need a GMT function because I'm usually sporting a smartwatch on the other wrist. These days, an Apple iWatch. By the way, my EDC watch here is not a pilot watch per se. I guess it has kind of pilot looks. It is a Nate Chronograph. Speaking of big watches, speaking of chronos, that is a cool watch, dudes. Nate chronos are awesome. Look at the leather strap on that. That's another great leather strap. It looks really good on that stealth black face. Here we go with the big Flieger sword hands. Stealth out, orange second tan. Oh, that is a cool watch. I don't like Fossil. I don't mind it. I think Fossil's awesome. It's a Swiss company, dudes. Fossil's great. I don't like all their models. There's a lot of them that are totally gaudy. I can't stand them, but I sure like the Nate Chronograph. Review coming. But these are Hall of Fame. The AW series and the CA 4210. Oh man, these are great. Eco Drive, affordable, easy to wear, big presentation, kind of a mix between a field look, at least these are, and a pilot watch. This one is more Flieger style, and it has a chronograph functionality in it. You just can't go wrong. One small step, actually insignificant step for the watch world, one large step for TMP Watch Nation. Thanks for watching.